Hello, and welcome everybody to today's session. I want to say first off, congratulations to all of you for being selected as either a policy council representative, a alternate, or a community representative for the 2020-2021 school year. We are super excited to have you guys on board. Today is Tuesday, December the 1st, 2020, and my name is Loretta Miller. I am the director for the Head Start program, and I'm with the Improvement Association. I would like to just welcome you all to our first asynchronous virtual policy council session. This is different for us, y'all, but because of the state of emergency that was declared in the state of Virginia as of March 2020, we thought that it would be best for us not to congregate until further notice. And this is just for everybody's health and safety and awareness. Additionally, we did not want for you all to miss out on this opportunity to vote on today's action items. And so we are here, and on the screen, I am sharing my screen with you, and you should see an agenda for today's session. Here, we've worked diligently to upload documents for your convenience so that it wouldn't take up too much space in your emails, because we have a lot of information we would like to share with you guys. And this is going to be happening on a month-to-month basis. And so we wanted to make sure that we shared this in a nice, friendly way where nobody would miss out on an opportunity to get the information to be able to vote on today's items for discussion. And we will be scheduling a real lifetime training via Zoom so that you can understand fully all of the information that we provided to parents and to community representatives so that you can best govern the Policy Council and the Head Start program. As you all were selected by your parent center committees, we know that you are taking on a large responsibility to provide leadership and serve on the Policy Council. You are the bread and butter of the Head Start program, and we really need your input and your leadership. Your vote on important matters that we discuss truly matters, and so we thank you. And as I go further into the agenda, I'm going to kind of share with you some of the things that you can access by looking at this agenda, because I know some of you probably still have questions and are wondering, what is the Policy Council? And so I've uploaded a hyperlink for you here, and you can kind of see them. They're all throughout this agenda. If I just hover over the financial report, you'll see a link, and it's a little handprint that if you just click on it, it will redirect you to a web browser. And so you can see all of these reports that we are required to share with you on a monthly basis. And then down here, you will see some of those action items here. And I'll try to go through them as briefly as I can, because you can kind of look at them at your own convenience. But today we do want to get your vote on a couple of the revised items that we have here, including our Policy Council bylaws and our Head Start grant renewal application. And the way you can vote on those are by clicking on this SurveyMonkey link that's here, and that will also be listed in the email that we've sent you today. So first off, let me just kind of slow down a little bit and go back to what is the Policy Council. So as I said, click here and you will be redirected to the Early Childhood Learning and Workforce and Knowledge, the Early Childhood Learning and Knowledge Center website, where you basically can find anything related to Head Start on this website. So once you click here, it's gonna have what is the Policy Council as the subheader. And so, as I said earlier, I know you guys have questions about what you signed up for, and I'm just gonna skim through this just a little bit. So the Policy Council is a group of Head Start parents and community members who help lead and make decisions about the program. The Policy Council members are elected by the parents of children enrolled in the program. Parents often join the Policy Council after serving on parent committees. The Policy Council will meet regularly as a group. The members can serve for 1 year at a time and up to 5 total years. They work closely with the program's management team and governing body to provide overall direction for the program. So going into a little bit deeper on why would you want to serve on the Policy Council and why we need your support. Since 1965, the founders understood that parents are essential partners in educating young children. They felt that parents should help decide how Head Start services can most benefit their family and other families in the community. So Head Start created the Policy Council as a formal leadership and policy-making role for parents. Today, every Head Start program must have a Policy Council as part of the leadership structure. Through the Policy Councils, parents have a voice in all the decisions about how the program spends money, what children do in the classrooms, and how the program works with community partners. Children, parents, and the program benefit when parents take on these leadership roles. Children learn more and have experienced healthier development at school and at home. And parents actually become more confident, they gain skills, and connect with other parents and staff. Program staff learn about the strengths, interests, and needs of the children, families, and communities they serve. So I hope that you can kind of see why it is important to serve in the Policy Council, because I believe that it will tremendously make a difference in your life. And we have so many success stories that come from Policy Council representatives who've participated on the board, and they've learned so much about how to see a budget and how to make decisions and how to discuss important matters that really make a difference to their children and other children. And so as you get a chance to go through this website, kind of look at the additional resources that are provided here, and just kind of look around. There's so much that you can learn on this website, so many trainings about children's development that you can also share with your friends and your family as well, as we all are going through this at-home learning process and trying to figure things out during the pandemic. So I'm going to hover back over to the agenda and just briefly so you can kind of see some of the other items that we provided for you, which include the financial report, and you will receive those reports on a monthly basis. You will receive training on how to read these reports, but this basically shows you how much is in the budget. And let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit so you can kind of see these things here. So this kind of shows you the report period from July 1st, 2020 to October 31st, 2020. And so, like I said, this is the October report for you. You can see what the overall budget is for Head Start, which is $2,333,625. You can kind of see where we are currently in our spending and where we currently are with our budgeting period at 52%, which is a good place to be, as our budget period will end on February 28th, 2021. And the new budget period will begin on 3/1/2021. So you can kind of see the information here, and we have so many items. As you know, Head Start is a huge program. We have so many things that we have to consider in terms of the budget. And so you can kind of see all of the postage expenses, the auto insurance, the utilities, and how much money we've budgeted to spend on those items and where we currently are with spending on those items. And you can see vehicle operating costs here is pretty low. This is the administration section of the budget. If you go down, you'll see where the program staff is. And as I said, we will do more training on this, but you can kind of browse and look through here and see where the money has been going to since we have been out for the pandemic and for this school year thus far. We have a category for substitutes. For training and technical assistance, we have a budget for health and safety initiatives, and you can kind of see where the spending has been. Also for training and professional development for staff, because we want our staff to be the best of the best. Also, we have a policy council budget here, which you also have a decision and how this money is being spent and what our budget amount is for the policy council. This year, we were also received COVID funds in the amount of $200,368, and you can see where we spent most of that money through our current budget, mostly on protective, personal protective equipment and at-home learning devices for your children through the Kindles and the tablets. And so if you guys have any more ideas that you want to suggest for us in terms of spending, please jot them down. Let us know what those ideas are. I'm accessible via phone, via email. And so please call me and let me know what your ideas are so that we can include them in our next session. I'm going back to the agenda here because I don't want to belabor the hour, but you can look through those at your own convenience. Also, I've provided you with a Head Start director report, which kind of gives you an idea of the children and families that we're serving this year, how many we have enrolled. We're currently, out of the 228 for the month of October, enrolled 173 children. Out of that number, the income eligible children were at 116. And also we had a significant number of children that were coming in as homeless or foster care children. And so we want to keep a watchful eye of those numbers because we need to know how we can provide additional services to our families in education and support. The over income population is at a 12, and a 9 is above the income. Additionally to that, we are serving 17 special needs children. For USDA, meals are mostly being done at the expense of the local schools. And so you can kind of see that those meals that we're providing under USDA is a lot lower than we would spend in normal months. Also the attendance for each area. Also pay attention to the hyperlink and the notes here for what education goals we've made and outcomes and updates that we've had listed here. You can kind of read through that, and I know it's a little small, so let me kind of increase it for you. Just kind of a scenario that we're operating 90% virtually. 10% of our children in the Dinwiddie Head Start Center are receiving in-person learning via hybrid model. You can kind of see what things we've been doing as far as the child and adult food care program. We do have a significant number of vacancies this year. So if you know somebody who's interested in being hired for a position, please apply, contact us, and send us a resume. All right, and so if you also are interested, we have Thoughtful Thursdays at 4 p.m. on most Thursdays, and if you click on this link here, you can access the registration for it. All right. Okay, last but not least, we do have a list of our Policy Council bylaws, which have been revised. When you click on that link, it tells you all of the responsibilities for Policy Council. So you can read through these things, what type of activities, what is the purpose of the Policy Council, the functions and the duties. And we just recently revised these. We've had these since Head Start has been engaged with having Policy Council since we've been involved with Policy Council. We've had the bylaws. We updated them in our meeting sections so that meetings can be held virtually as necessary. And then we updated it in Article 4, Section 4, where we asked for members to be allowed to vote using technology resources, including the use of SurveyMonkey, email, and/or et cetera. All right. So we have those options there that we wanted you to vote on today to approve the revised bylaws. And this just gives us some flexibility in terms of voting. Also, we have the opportunity, which you will find in the email that I will be sending you all, that we can renew our application for funding to receive $2,236,024 to continue the operations of the program. All right. I'm going to go back to the agenda. Here we have our program goals and our annual self-assessment listed. And once you finish reviewing these documents, as the action items, we ask you to cast your vote. And when you click on this SurveyMonkey link, it's just a simple 2 questions there and 4 questions there. 2 to ask you to vote for or against these topics. And normally we would do a Robert's Rules of Order, but because of the pandemic and the unique changes that have been made, we wanted to ask you guys to vote using that technology for flexibility. At the end of the day, please make sure that you do your Policy Council member application and your Policy Council Code of Conduct. And we've uploaded all of these documents to the PDF filer website, where you just click on it and you're basically completing a application product. You just have to type your name here, your email, and get started, and you can complete those documents. Also, here you have the Policy Code of Conduct. And this is pretty much giving you some of the rules and regulations to make sure you work as a team. You conduct yourself in an orderly manner as you participate on the Policy Council. And it's the same goal. You would just type your name here, your email address, and hit get started. And what you would do is read through this policy and procedure. You would sign that you've read and understood it, and that you would just print your name here and then sign and date. So we just want to say thank you once again for participating in this virtual session. And we hope that you will find it helpful as we get started with Policy Council. We will probably do our next training, our live training, in the middle of December, and I will make sure that you have enough notice in advance to be able to plan your day and schedule to attend the live training in December or January coming up. Thank you so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Appreciate you so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of the votes that will be coming through for the agenda and that are on the agenda for the Head Start grant. All right, peace.